Hello. Hi, everyone. Am I audible to all?
Yes,
Yes,
good evening.
you are.
Yes. Sir, shall we begin or should we wait for 2-3 minutes more?
The participants are still joining. We can wait for
Yes.
a couple of minutes and then we
Yeah. So we'll
go
we'll
into study.
wait till 9:05 and then we'll probably proceed ahead with the webinar.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
I think we can start.
Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. This is Komal, a counselor associated with EU Gateway. EU Gateway, we are an education service provider. We are a study abroad consultant. And today we are here to discuss, to help you to understand the process, the entire process about the studying in abroad from India to Europe. So we are here to provide you the guidelines from India to Europe and how you can make it work in 90 days. So today we have our host, Mr. Sumit Rai, with us. So he's the founder of EU Gateway. So, when we are helping you out with an abroad education, we are here to help you out with an end-to-end process. Sir is having 18 plus years of experience in education, marketing, recruitment, and other end-to-end processes of abroad education. Also, he is a person who is doing this from right from the beginning till end of the process. He is monitoring all the processes. So I would proudly say that sir is the right person to get the knowledge from, to learn from him that how we can cross this journey from India to Europe in 90 days. So in this today's session we are planning our abroad education journey, and we are helping the students to plan their journey right from the beginning till end in just 90 days. So sir, I would request you to take over and help us to understand how we can take the things forward.
All right, thanks, Komal.
Thank
Good
you.
evening, everyone. It's pleasure to meet you all this evening. Thank you for taking your time out on Friday evening and attending this session. I think my aim tonight is to help you understand the possibilities of making it to Europe in this academic year, in the next 90 days. That's how the presentation has been designed, that how you can still make it to your possible favorite European destination in the next 90 days. Because in many countries, the deadlines are passed to make it for the September or October intake, but there are still small window left across some countries where there is a great possibility to make it this fall. You only need some dedication and you need discipline for the next, let's say, 60 odd days to make this dream come true and travel to your favorite country, or to do your favorite program in Europe in this year itself. So before I launch my presentation and go deeper into maybe you all have access to the text message, I believe, and I would have a couple of questions to the audience which is present here to understand why they are here tonight. What is it which they are uh, what is it which they are looking to study, because this is mostly a study webinar, and for which intake are they looking for? Are you really here for making it in this fall, like September, October this year, or are you planning for next year and you came here just to listen and get an understanding of the various processes available to make a successful study abroad journey? Now I'll take the questions one by one, and I want everyone to participate and give the answers in the text box. So give me an answer in one word. Why are you here tonight?
Hello, everyone, can you please unmute and
They
this
can do
this
the
session should
texting.
be interactive. We would like to love from your end as well, like what are your intentions, why you are planning for abroad education. So accordingly we will plan our information.
Yes.
Okay, so some people are messaging sir that they are planning to get the
Yes, I can see
information.
that. Komal, I
Yeah.
can see that. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Most of you are here to understand, to get the information and understand how could this journey be still possible for this intake. Thank you. Now, my next question is, although you are all participating here, mostly have answered for 2026 intake. Somebody is looking for a scholarship. Somebody is looking to get more information. Anyone here who would still like to make it for fall 2025 intake? can I have a text which says 2025, so that I can really tailor my presentation towards 2025 intake. Okay, okay. I see. Thank you, Meenakshi, for 2025. Yules Caesar has already received an offer. Okay, Yules, so you let me know for what you are here. Happy to help you. Intake 2025 winter. Ashutosh, Biplav 2025. Okay, okay. Great, great. Thank you. Thank you. I think this helps. This helps. I think there are indeed participants here who is looking for planning for this intake if it is still possible, and that's precisely the theme of our session tonight. That how you can still make it in the next 90 days. So let me now start my presentation, and you let me know whether my screen is visible to you or not. Allow me a minute to share my screen. Okay. So there you go. So from India to Europe in 90 days. I'm not talking about countries like US, Canada, Australia tonight because we wanted to focus on European destinations. Although if you have questions related to these countries, do keep posting these questions into the text boxes. My team, Komal, Alpana, who is present here, they would be more than happy to answer your queries directly in the text box as well. I will take at max 60 minutes. This should last 60 minutes, this presentation, and where I would like to give you an entire process understanding, and then would also take questions from you at the end of the session. So hold on till the end to get your queries directly answered by me. If you happen to go early, you can still post your query in the text box, and somebody from my team would be able to answer that. All right. So let's move in directly to the next slide. Oops. Okay. There it goes. There you go. This is me. I think Komal has also already introduced me. Once again, I'll give you a brief introduction. So my name is Sumit Rai. I'm the founder of EUGateway. This company was founded in late 2016, and since then, so late 2016, with the idea of offering affordable education to Indian students. And since 2016, we have been working in this direction to make possible affordable education for all the people who want to go abroad, and not only affordable education but quality education as well. And we have these destinations which are clearly marked, like Germany, France, Italy, Netherlands, Spain, Scandinavian countries, where you actually get a very good education. Standards are worldwide, acceptance is worldwide, the settlement possibilities are enormous, and a different life altogether. If you have ever happened to thought through living in Europe, then this could be your gateway. The study could be your gateway, coming to Europe, and taking the maximum benefit out of it. Now, prior to 2016, I also gave you my introduction around. I come with almost 10 years of work experience working for a university from Germany. And prior to that, I did my MBA from Germany. So I went to Germany almost 20 years back. 20 years back, 2004 was my journey, when I started my journey to Germany to do my MBA. I'm a pass out of 2006, and I worked for German companies prior moving back to India and starting my own company, and eventually moving into full-time consulting with EU Gateway. And in between, I have a lot of stints with respect to doing multiple startups, launching them, and making an exit as well. And since 2019, I'm been fully dedicated and working towards the cause of helping students to find their right career, to find their right university and program, not only in Europe, but across the destinations uh, where there is demand of students from India like to go, like US, Canada, Australia, all these countries as well. So that's about me. Next is, and now since I see the people who are still trying for 2025, a quick, misconceptions which are listed here. Is it too late to apply for 2025? Probably no. And that's why we are here tonight, to give you that roadmap that you can still make it. Again, that making to 2025 intake depends on certain conditions with respect to the documents and the test, which if they are ready, and if they are not ready, it will all depend on that. But there is still a possibility to make it in 2025. Secondly, do I need to spend a lot of money for studying in Europe? Yes and no, depending on the country you pick, like Germany and Italy, which essentially comes at zero tuition cost, to countries which are very much affordable, like in Eastern Europe, Eastern European countries like Hungary, Czech Republic, you have Greece, Portugal. Then in the Central Europe, you can talk about Poland, Lithuania, Slovenia, Estonia. All these countries are very, very affordable, and they will come within the budget of max 10 to 15 lakhs for your master's program, or a little bit more for your bachelor's program. Now, we talk about Europe has complex visa rules. Yes and no. Some countries' visa rules are very straightforward. You need to be very clear with the documents, and if that is the case, then visa is quick to arrive. But if there is a missing document or missing understanding on how to proceed with the visa, then it could be a challenging task for one who is doing it on their own. So be very aware of the entire checklist, which is published on the websites of these embassies of the respective countries, and also being informed by the VFS helpline, VFS website, about what they actually require in terms of the visa. So that's on this visa side. And last but not the least, only toppers get an admit. I don't agree to this. Toppers will get an admit to anywhere they want. But what about somebody who comes with, let's say, 60% marks from India, or even lesser than 60%? Do they have a real chance to come to Europe for higher studies? The answer is yes. You can still come to European countries even with 60% of marks, and can get an affordable and quality education, and then start building your career from there. So there are enormous possibilities across these European countries, and it's up to you how you want to take it up, and what is it which you want to do with those studies afterwards. That is the important question, ladies and gentlemen, which you should be answering. What after my studies, right? And I will give you some of those inputs as well, that why going abroad makes sense, and or why it doesn't make sense for some of you, and how you can approach your career, your life after your studies, which are those top countries which you should enter, and why, and also a plan of how to pick the right country for yourself. And that is the important question I think I would answer for you tonight. Although we planned the 90 days roadmap, but this is the question which I would love to answer, so that you are better ready, you are aware with respect to how you are proceeding ahead. Okay, so in short, this is what we plan to cover: the 90-day fast track blueprint, how to get admission and visa, what is still possible in 2025, and in the end, we will take live Q&A and help you answer any of your queries. Now, quick question to all of you. So there are four names which are listed here. These are some of those top countries: Germany, France, Italy, Netherlands. Then there is Spain as well. Then there are a few Scandinavian countries as well. Which country are you aiming for? If you are here to listen about European process, which is the country which you are aiming for? Give me an answer in the text box. Which is the country you are aiming for? Okay, I see here Pranali for Germany, Meenakshi for Germany. Okay, so you can Sanskruti, you can tell which country you are aiming for. Not necessarily that you need to answer out of these four. These are just some kind of exemplar to just show you some countries. But Europe has 26 countries. You can answer whichever you are planning to. Thank you, Ayulis, Germany, Swapnil, Italy, Germany, Netherlands. Soham, okay, Soham has answered twice. Okay. Ajay Verma, Estonia, yes, good place, small country, affordable education, beautiful as well. Germany, Sanskriti, okay. USA or UK, Germany, Netherlands, Australia can work, good education. Sahil says UK, Estonia, Finland, Norway, Denmark, okay. From Ajay Vikram, Germany, any country if tuition is free and has engineering jobs. Okay, Aditya, which is tuition free and having an engineering jobs is definitely Germany. Is definitely Germany and France as well to an extent, and I'll cover that too in the sessions. Thank you everyone who has answered in the chat. I get an idea. Maximum people are looking for Germany, as Germany is the powerhouse of Europe and the driving economy in the entire European Union. And Germany is the place which offers you tuition-free education at the German public universities, and as well as quality education and post-study uh, career opportunities and PR opportunities are really lined up and they look very bright at the moment in Germany. Uh, Now, since many of you are looking for Germany, let me quickly cover 2 minutes on Germany so that you understand that how you can make it. So the people who want to still make it to Germany this for this winter intake, September, October intake, the applications are still accepted by few public universities as well as private universities. The most important requirement for you to make it to Germany for this fall is you should be ready with at least an APS certificate as well as your English language test, which is TOEFL or IELTS. Either of the so both of these are critical documents, apart from, of course, your degree certificate, your transcripts, that are must that is needed before applications are made to public universities in Germany. There are deadlines which are available until 30th of June. The next deadline is 15th of July. And the very last deadline is 31st of July at some public universities which are accepting applications. Now, public universities applications are only accepted these days when you submit the application with an APS certificate. So that is mandatory. Secondly, many public universities in Germany have started to ask German language proficiency of up to A1 and in certain cases A2 level. So keep this in mind. German language proficiency will play a critical role at the time of the application itself for public universities in Germany. This is criteria number 2. Criteria number 3 is language proficiency test, either TOEFL or IELTS. That's the third requirement. So if you have these three topics ready, or you are very close to apply, or you have already applied waiting for the results, then yes, you still have a chance to make it to German public universities. On the other hand, German private universities are more flexible. You can start the application and submit some of these pending documents even little late before the program starts. They accept the application, they accept these missing documents, and then they give you an unconditional offer. So for Germany, for September, October intake at a private university, you can start your application straight away, get the offer within the next week or 10 days, and then submit some of those missing documents, and then here you go, starting right away with the visa process and everything else. So Germany is possible. So I'm giving you the options which are possible right now for fall 2025. Germany is possible right now. Netherlands, not possible, right? Not possible. France, to an extent, is possible, still possible, and you can make certain applications. France also have a public and a private university network. At public universities in France, you study affordable education. It's not free, but you have a very affordable fees of let us say starting from 3,000 euros per semester to 6,000 euros for a year, or up to 10,000 euros for a program at a public university in France. And France is also offering you English taught masters at this price. And in France, the application would still be accepted, although very limited choice, but it is still possible to make it to France in this fall. Third country on the list at the moment is Italy. Very few applications are still open. You can still make it. And in Italy, you actually study for free. Zero tuition cost. Accommodation is being funded by the government. And on top of it, you also get stipend and scholarship. So Italy is a zero-sum game. In Italy, you can study absolutely at zero cost. And that is the greatest advantage to come to Italy. Still possible, very few applications are still open, and you can make it for Italy. Last but not the least, I would say UK is still accepting applications for September, October, and December intake. UK process is fast. UK process is simple. UK has been traditionally the mecca of education, of any education you want to undertake. Great universities, great programs, and post-study possibilities have also started to develop with the regime change, and they are doing a lot of efforts now to build the economy, build the jobs, and happy to call it, immigrant-led economy in Britain. So great possibility in UK as well within this year, which can be done. In Scandinavian countries, no possibilities now, because they only accept application once a year, most of them once a year, which is August. So now the applications for the next August 26 intake will be opening in August or September this year. So Scandinavian countries is more or less over. Some East European countries are still accepting applications like Hungary, Portugal, Greece, Czech Republic. You will have Lithuania, Estonia as well, which are accepting applications. Limited, but still accepting application, and a possibility of making it to this fall. So these are the countries where you have a possibility to make it in this coming fall 2025. But what is the roadmap? The 90-day blueprint. So I've given you the countries where this is possible, but how to make it possible is what you need to follow this 90-day plan. Foundation and planning. So foundation and planning, 1 to 10 days. Then you have documents and application in the next 20 days. You have to prepare your documents and application. Then you have a visa preparation for the next 30 days, and then the visa filing. So basically, all this moves step by step. Now, in foundation and planning, what you generally do, you figure out the country you want to go. How do you figure out the country? I think is an interesting thing to know. How do you figure out the country where you want to study? Is basically defining few key elements. First and foremost, of course, what is the budget which you are carrying? So you need to know very clearly, this is how much I'm looking to spend, number one. Number two, what is the economic size of this country, right? The bigger the economy of the country, the better are your prospects and your chances to get absorbed into the economy and to work in that country. Number two, that's number two, which you need to keep in mind. For example, Germany is roughly $4+ trillion economy, right? Italy as well is around, just under $4 trillion dollar economy. Similarly, you have Spain, you have Netherlands. They are also somewhere around $1 trillion economies. But the smaller countries like Poland, like Lithuania, like Estonia, Hungary, Budapest, Czech Republic, Greece, these are by far a little smaller economies as compared to what I have just spoken. That what does this mean? That although they will offer you an affordable education, you can definitely afford it. You will get all the rights of studying and living in Europe. But at the same time, what happens after you complete your studies and what are the opportunities available for you in your field in that country is something which needs to be very clearly defined and laid down, because not all countries with a smaller economy size would be able to absorb every student, every international student. So you need to be very, very clear about this. Another factor which you need to keep in mind before finalizing the country is basically what is the specialization of that country, right? That is important for you as well to know. So, for example, if I ask you a question, what is Germany famous for? Let us see. What do you answer? Meenakshi says automobile manufacturing, correct? Great cars comes from Germany. IT, embedded IT, engineering, technical. Okay, IT has picked up really well. Traditionally, Germany is a land of engineers. Any kind of engineering, you talk about, Germany is definitely the place. Now, if I have to ask you, so Germany, what it is famous for, right? And for example, if I ask you Switzerland, how do you define Switzerland? What is Switzerland famous for? Switzerland. Hospitality, banks and tourism. Yes, agree. Now, if I ask you what is Ireland famous for? Ireland. Ireland is a part of European Union, but has not accepted. So they are not part of Schengen. Yes, banking, pharmaceutical, agree. Tech hub, yes, very clear. Czech Republic. Yes, somebody put the question here. What is Czech Republic famous for? Let's see how many of you can answer what is Czech Republic famous for. I would request everyone to keep yourself muted, please. Czech Republic. Manufacturing, somebody says UNO office. Okay, IT and automobile, yes. Agreed. So you see, what I'm trying to do is helping you define your own expertise. So what is it which you are looking for in terms of study, be it engineering, be it IT, be it medicine, be it pharmaceutical, and then helping you define the country which is known for these kind of specializations. So if you are an engineer and if you're looking for automobile engineering, mechanical engineering and related, then you come to Germany. If you're looking to study, finance, banking, pharmaceutical, then you come to Ireland. If you are looking to study hospitality, tourism, also a bit of finance, you come to Switzerland. So that's how the countries are defined. And that's what you need to pick your country based on your specialty and what area and sector you're looking to work after you finish your studies. Because if you are an engineer and you go and end up and yourself in Ireland or a country where there is nothing much going on engineering, then it will be very difficult for you to find a job. Also, keep in mind, every country in Europe comes with its own uniqueness and requirement of the language. So you have to be very, very clear and ready to adopt the language, the local language, before you find yourself really settled in that country and before you find yourself having enormous opportunities. Right? So that's the part which will be defined in your planning phase. Second comes in the planning phase, your profiling. Profiling means what you have studied so far, what do you plan to study, and what you will get out of that study. That's kind of a profiling. And based on that understanding, then the university's shortlisting takes place. University shortlisting has various parameters to look into before that university is finalized. So on detailed information, I think is not a part of the scope of this session tonight, but I will cover in my next session around how do you profile, how your profile itself will help you to find a suitable university, and what are the parameters you need to undertake before you finalize your university. So all this is happening within this day 1 to day 10. Your country shortlisting, your university shortlisting, your profiling takes place in this. And once this is ready, the second part comes is your documentation and application part, which has to be done in the next 20 odd days, which is available. So for example, if you start from 1st of July, then from 1st of July until 10th of July, your country and your program shortlisting should be done. That's the priority, which has to be looked into. Then from 11th of July until 30th of July, that's where I said that applications are still being accepted. That's where you need to have your documents ready and the universities applied, the programs applied. Different kind of documents. I think for Germany, I spoke about those major documents requirement, but every country would, so most of the country would ask you for this TOEFL or IELTS score. APS is not mandatory for any for other countries, but they will have the unique requirements as well, which only once we talk about a particular country, then we know the specific requirement. But the standard requirements are applicable to all, and which are your degree certificate, your transcript, your standard of your statement of purpose, your letter of recommendation, your CV, and your extracurricular certificates which you have arranged. All this is a part of your application document, and if these are ready, then the universities could immediately be applied to. Keep in mind, some universities applications, there is no application fees. Some universities application, there is an application charge. UK, Ireland, some universities would have application fees for sure. Germany, apart from the uni assist process, not many public universities charge tuition fees, nor the private universities charge, nor the private universities charge application fees. So that you are covered with. Once the applications are done, I think the next 30 days, which would probably be starting August, everything to do around the visa. Again, country-specific visa, we need to move ahead, and accordingly, the documentation and the financials needs to be prepared in line with the checklist. Although the decision for some universities would come in August first week or mid of August at max, but you would already start working on the entire process of the visa, regardless of the country you are moving. That's the next 20-day plans after the application has been done, which needs to be completed. Yeah. And then the last last 2 odd weeks, which would probably around August, mid to end August, we have to wait for the visa and make our travel plans. Now, when we talk about 90-day blueprint, there is a possibility that this all will be done in the 60 days. Yeah, which means July and August is the month which everything will be done. Now, there are universities which will start in September. If we talk about Germany, There are universities which will start in October, which again, I talk about Germany. But then there are universities which also start in December, which is in UK. So you will have timelines accordingly, which you could be met within this year, within this academic year, based on the choice of the country we have picked, and how eager and how anxious you are to travel to this country in this academic year. That will all be defined based on, there are people who simply says that, okay, you know what, sir, I really want to go. Send me this year by any means. What are the best options available among whatever is left? What are the best options available for me? Send me there. You know, and those are the people who do really act fast, real fast. And then, we make this possible for them. But it has to come from you as well, from you also, that you are at your toes, making every effort along with our team, along with us, to achieve this success in the next 60 or 90 odd days at max. So this is how the 2025 intake is still possible for you. If you are really disciplined, you can do it on your own, step by step. Some of those hints I have already given how to proceed. If you need an expert advice, hire somebody who can help you with this entire process. Okay. So I think little more detail I already spoke around. So what do you do in stage 1? Foundation. So begin with building a strong foundation by shortlisting countries, courses, university based on your goal, mapping, and realistic application timelines. This is what happens in the first 10 days of this blueprint of making it to your dream destination in the next 90 days. Yeah, this is stage 1 I've already discussed. What is stage 2? Documents and application. Again, gathering your documents, transcripts, SOPs, LORs, test scores while beginning the process of filing out the university applications. That happened after, so in the first 30 days, profiling and this all will be done. Offers, visas, preparation already starts simultaneously while we wait for the offer letters in the next 30 days. And it's not only visa preparation, but in certain cases, it's going to be already visa applied, depending on the slots, the appointments, the wait list, which is available. This will all be applied. And again, more than us doing this, it's going to be you who has to be on your toes to make it possible and give us all those required things, which we will guide you to make it possible in the 60 days instead of 90, 60 days blueprint. Yeah, this is a buffer. Because for this year, I would say this 61 to 90 days is a buffer period. And the last minutes that we still make it attending the visa interviews, visa sessions in September, because we still have time to travel in October or November. Some universities offer you hybrid classes. Some universities give you extension to join. Some universities give you online classes, and they give you relief to join the program as soon as you join the program online and as soon as you get the visa. So those facilities are still possible and still available for this intake, for this fall 2025 intake. Okay. Countries accepting applications, I just explained this. Germany, UK, Spain, Malta, Cyprus. These are the countries and they are all a part. So apart from UK, all are part of Schengen, and they're accepting applications. And good possibility of admission, visa, everything falling within the next 60 to 90 days. If you start now, or in the next 1 or 2 days at max. So, what's next for serious students? Now, here is something which we want to cover, or maybe I'll just ask a direct question here. I see that there are many people who still want to make it in this intake. How many of you still agree that you want to make it for for 2025 intake with the plan, which I have just given you a glimpse of how to proceed and how we can make it possible for you. Uh, let me hear it from you that yes, you would still like to make it in 2025. We will work with you, of course. We will work with you. We will expedite the entire process and everything. If you want our help, of course. If you don't want our help, then you can just simply take our starter kit, and then you are on your own doing every stuff. And of course, in this starter kit, all the basics will be covered by us, and we will give you that kickstart to launch yourself into your respective country in the next 90 days. So while you keep thinking, I will just answer a couple of questions which I see here. Nilesh is asking, what about TU Darmstadt University? Is it okay? Or TU Darmstadt is a part of TU9 University. Compare it to any of the IITs in India. Excellent place. If you have an offer, if you're planning to do it, go for it. Yug is asking, I have a year left for my graduation. What if I prepare for GMAT? What will be the difference if I get a high score? GMAT, top, so I can presume you are a management student and you're preparing for GMAT. That means you want to go for an MIM program or an MBA program. Higher GMAT score do make a lot of difference. You can get a very good scholarship. You can get a very good university across European countries if you have a very good GMAT score. So yes, it does make a lot of difference. Vishal is asking, GMAT, GRE required in Germany? Not all, but there are a few top universities now which are asking for GMAT for management programs and GRE for engineering programs. Public universities are asking for GMAT and GRE. One thing for all the aspirants who are looking for Germany, keep in mind, Germany is experiencing a lot of load with respect to applications. There are by far many applications which have started to come to Germany this year as compared to many previous years. There's a huge interest among students, not only from India, but worldwide, to start their studies. So although you would have a good grades, qualifying grades, but it will not guarantee you an admit, especially at public universities in Germany, because of their limited seats availability for international students. So keep this in mind, that even with 70% you qualify with 2.5 GPA on German grading scale, you will still not get an admit. Even with 75, you will not get an admit. But you have to be an exceptional in many areas, which would also mean maybe writing a GRE and GMAT. Your GPA should be above 80, 85, and you have done a lot of other stuff, including German language, A2 level, to make a cut at German public universities here on. It's getting a little tough at German public universities starting, from this year itself. So what about MDS in Germany, Srishti? There are English taught specific master's program in dental, which is available, different specialization. I think RWTH Aachen is offering a very good program along with the hospital there in Germany. It's entirely in English, depending on which specialization you want to pick. There are possibilities to get an entry and to do this master's in dentistry or related sciences in Germany. It's possible. They are offered in English language, but at the same time, while you do this program, you also have to do German language, so that once you are done with this, you have to write, of course, an exam, license exam to practice in Germany. Okay, so what is this? Maruf Siddiqui is asking, possible for winter 2025 if I haven't gave IELTS, no IPS certificate, no German proficiency language. Basically, if I'm starting from the scratch, Maruf, not possible if you're starting from the scratch, because you would need little time. At least private university, I could still suggest for the October intake, you can make it. But for public universities, it's going to be very tough because you do not have anything ready. APS itself takes 4 weeks. You would need for language another 2 weeks. And then most of the deadlines will be over at a public university in Germany. So my answer is, for public university in Germany, if you do not have these documents ready, then it's extremely tough. For private university, however, it is still possible to make it to Germany. So Pranali is asking, is it possible to go for summer 2026 in Germany if I haven't gave IELTS, no APS? So Pranali, while summer 2026 is still far away, I would advise to prepare with all these documents. You have to go for IELTS for sure. APS certificate has to be applied. You can pick up at least A1 or A2 level of German. All this is needed for the summer intake. The application for the summer intake are not yet open. However, they will be opening in end of July, August, September. These are the months when the summer application gets open. So, and they are open until December. So you will have enough time to prepare this and then apply. Without this, your applications are not getting accepted. Rajkumar is asking, does Italy accept student for masters without IELTS? In certain cases, yes, they do accept without IELTS. They do. If you have your English proficiency marks and MOIs to show, not every university in Italy is asking IELTS or TOEFL score. But it is highly advisable if you have it. It just helps you sail through with the visa. So Biplab, if your first and second semester has backlog, depending on how many backlogs you have, if you have, let's say, under 4 backlogs, 3 and 4, is it still possible to make it to the first year program in Germany at bachelor's level? It's quite possible. But if you have like a lot of backlogs, then I would say go for a foundation course in Germany and then start the bachelor's. So Shutosh, unfortunately, with 5.5 IELTS, German public universities will be extremely difficult. At least you need 6 or B2 level on the CEFR Common European Framework Network, but as we framework regulation, as we call it in Europe. So at least 6 or B2. Now, in certain cases, people say 5.5 is still B2, but German Public University, as I said, they have a lot of qualified applications coming in. 5.5 will simply be, will not get accepted. So great APS, 5.5. If you can redo it, public university, there is a timeline until end of July. We can check something. Private university, again, they have also stopped at 5.5. They're not accepting 5.5. They want 6. Even some of the private university, if they even accept 5.5, you will not get the visa. Visas are getting strict as well, and you need to meet certain criteria to get the visa. And also the new regulation have kicked in. You cannot file for remonstration for your visa. If your visa is cancelled, there is no re-appeal possible now. So you have to wait it out for the next intake to reapply. So Chetan is asking, will I be eligible to get admitted in German public or Germany private and BSc Environmental Management and Sustainability with 67% PCM CB? Yes, Chetan, possible at private university with the PCM CBSC 67%. Some universities are evaluating and then they are asking you to write a test. And if you pass this test, then your requirement of this 13th year of education in Germany is waived off. But if you do not pass this test, then this 13th year, because that's a foundation year, which will kick in. German universities or German education system is made of 13 years of education. Ours is 12 years of school education. So our normal school education is not considered as a qualifying level to start at universities in Germany. So they always ask to do a foundation year. And there are rulings around different states in Germany. Few are relaxed, but largely people could ask either to write this test or come with the foundation year. You can send us an email, Chetan, and we can have a one-on-one conversation on this case and see what are the possibilities available for you for this intake in September 2025 itself, without attending a foundation course in Germany. Amit, there are courses available in Germany, public and private, top 5 private, Italy and Portugal. kindly get in touch with us after this session, because this is going to be like a kind of a short list. You are asking for the top programs. Get in touch with our team. We will be very happy to provide you that detailed list on Germany, Italy, and Portugal with regards to AI and ML master's program. Vikas Singh, for master's program, you can actually apply in Germany with a gap of up to 4 to 5 years. It's quite okay with up to 4 or 5 years of gap. You can still apply to a master's degree in Germany. Just be clear that why this gap is, and you have a proper justification of this gap year while you were working or doing something. If you are able to define this, it's quite okay to apply even after 3 to 5 years of your graduation. Yes, Ashutosh, if you can retake ELTS and bring it to 7.5, there are still public universities, very few, which are available and accepting applications. Depending upon what do you want to study. There are deadlines until 15th of July, and then there are deadlines until 31st of July as well. But depending on what you want to study, so you have to send us an email. Let's get on a one-on-one call, and then let us help you to figure these available universities. Okay, 1.6, 7.5 UniSS evaluation done. Possible, again, BTech in which field? Computer science, mechanical, in Germany, they call it BSc in engineering or BA in engineering. That's how they call it. AI is possible. Biplab, there is a good program. So if you are asking for BTech, I can understand that yours is son or daughter, yourself is 12th pass, and now you want to go for a BTech program, right? If that's an understanding, we just need to see the programs which are available. Are they accepting you directly after 12th, or there would be a 13th year requirement? So that needs to be checked in closer detail. Please get in touch with us after this session, and we will be very happy to evaluate and tell you what are the options available or how you can progress ahead in this year itself to achieve BTech in AI. Okay, let me now finish the next part of this webinar, and then I'll continue to take questions for the next few minutes. So what I wanted to show you, I see there are many people who are serious, who want to go for it. Here out, see this INR 999 success starter kit. What does this starter kit brings to you is what I want to show. So even if you don't want to take our help, it's totally fine. But I want you to seriously consider about taking this 999 rupees kit, because with this kit is what you will get all from us, as a precursor, as a foundation to start your journey abroad. You will do your entire profile evaluation. You will get templates for SOP, LOR, how to write them and what are the stages. You'll get country recommendation. I've already spoken how to figure out the country, but then to get precisely, you will have that conversation with us. You will get the checklist, the documents, and you will also have a strategy call. The market value of this is around 6,000 rupees. You get this tonight at 999. It's more than 999. I think it's the step forward to start your journey towards your possible career and education outside India. So that's why I would highly recommend to subscribe to this simple 999 rupees kit tonight, because this is available only for tonight. And generally at this webinar itself, apart from this is not possible. But you can definitely, subscribe if you think what I have spoken so far today makes sense, it's valuable for you, and there is certain element which will help you to progress ahead with the journey. Some stats of EUGateway. I think for 2024, this is what we have done, and this is all previous year. Last year, we have received 500 plus admission offers, 3 lakhs in scholarships, 50 crores in education loan, 500 visas, and approved scholarship. This is the statistics for 2024, and all the preceding years. You can read through our track record of getting people admit successfully across European and other countries. Some of the students who have been successfully, got an admit and now at the different stages of their study or career. And these are all students of our premium consulting, which is an upgraded version of our consulting, which we do, which actually means end-to-end consulting. We start from the scratch, right up to putting you on the plane and then helping you also once you reach to your destination. So those are all part of premium consulting, and these are the people who have benefited from this premium consulting, coming to Germany, coming to UK, coming to different parts in Europe, and these are the name of those students and their university names and programs. Okay, this is a success story, a quick video testimonial. You can hear what people are talking about us.
I just completed my bachelor's and now I am going to pursue master's in SRH Berlin, University of Applied Sciences.
Then I came across Germany because I am interested in automobile engineering. So Germany has a lot of scope in automobile engineering.
Are you happy with your choice of Frankfurt School?
Yeah, actually I really am. I know that it wasn't like the first university that we went for, but I think once we're here in Germany and in Frankfurt especially, it does have a reputation. It is one of those, private universities in Germany, which is rare.
I am only choosing the particular university because I want to live in special part of Germany. That's why I choose only 3 universities, and all 3 universities I got admitted.
And I was working into logistics sector over there. It motivated me to join import logistics and supply chain in UAE Hamburg.
One was University of Heidelberg, and the other one was which is the Development Environment Societies and History of South Asia, and Fulda University was a human rights. I finalized with University of Heidelberg.
What quality we get in India and what the quality of education we get in Germany is a bit different, and the public universities are free, and compared to other countries like like US or Canada, it's like safer in Germany.
So I was leaning towards Germany because of automotive hub.
So how do you rate the career fairs at Frankfurt School?
I would rate it about 7.5, 8, and I'm just deducting points because you can't really cover as many companies even if you try to.
So I applied to the courses like advanced manufacturing in
That was focused on Germany, I think. Now just hear it out a little bit more on different countries.
My general experience has been really good when it comes to payments, when it comes to sending out the applications. Everything was before time.
When I first came to visit you at your office, then I feel a bit relaxed, and after that I get to know the whole procedure in detail.
Overall experience was good. I liked Dhananjay's help throughout. He kept you and me in touch completely. I enjoyed the service.
So I decided to visit your office and meet you, so I can clearly get to know whole procedure in detail.
country. UK we found Germany and Italy we was going. So lots of things happened, but in the end it was a roller coaster, but it was a great ride, to be frank.
You learn a lot about how people are, how things work, and etc. The country that I've chosen is Ireland for my bachelor.
So I said about like I want to do my master's somewhere in abroad. Then that's when he given me the contact details of Mr. Roy, who is the head of EUGateway. That's where it started.
Admits were ASMT Berlin, Copenhagen Business School, and Cambridge Judge Business School, and I have accepted the admit from Cambridge Judge Business School.
Now I am studying in the UK. Dream University, that is the University of Liverpool. So I'm happy with that.
I have decided to join University of Toronto and pursue Masters of Architecture there for 3 years.
Okay. The university that I'm going is the Technical University of the Shannon, and my course is Bachelor's in Computer Networking and Cybersecurity.
It's in Queen's University, Belfast. And I researched about the university as well. It's been one of the oldest universities and it's ranked among the top 10 universities in UK.
I received admission from 3 universities, that is Cleveland State University, then Florida Institute of Technology, and then Washington State University. And I decided to go with Cleveland State University.
The service which was I felt which was really good was finding the right program, like researching everything, which country, what program, every detail about it, every single the course, the area around it, every single detail taken into consideration. That was fantastic.
So there is no stress, there is no rush from both the ends. EUGateway team made me to stay calm and composed without any hustles.
I got few successes. Only the major one was the University of Toronto. I didn't look back when I got into University of Toronto. Nothing else also mattered for me.
There is nothing like I can complain about that because my whole procedure went very smoothly.
I advise them they need to calm down. The whole process is really supporting, and also the university and the consultancy will already get in touch with you when you fill this form and get admitted.
Out of, if we say 10, I can give you 10, not an issue. I've been satisfied enough.
In general, the counseling that you do and the confidence you instill just by telling someone that no, you can get into this college. That is something that I did not see when I was scouting for other counselors.
All right, so a little long, but I think that's important for you to know. Some names of the top universities where our students are currently studying across the globe. Now here comes this offer, which we talk about, this $9.99 starter kit, and what you get in this starter kit. All the basics will be ready for you in terms of your profiling, in terms of your country selection, in terms of your documentation requirements and how you need to go about it. All this will come to you at 999 rupees starter kit. That's the only price. You can scan this QR code, which is mentioned on your screen on your phone. Just you just use it, scan it, and be a part of this if you are really interested, if you are serious about your career, if you are really serious about moving ahead in this year itself. Then let us help you with that initial part of the starter kit. And then if you think that you really want to go with full scale service with us, let us know with that as well. And your 999 rupees which you will sign up now is totally adjustable towards the upgraded package. As and when you decide to do it, that will all be adjusted immediately. So if you take full end consulting with us, this 999 rupees is a starter and it will get adjusted. If you don't want it, you can still take just a base consulting, which is there mentioned, and what you get in 999. We are very happy to guide you and at least support you to those initial blocks, and help you to succeed. Okay. Please, while this screen is still there, I want you to keep asking your questions so that I can address them once again. and help you answer as much as possible. Okay, you got an admit at Schiller University in Germany. It's a US university based in Germany. Let us get connected next week, tomorrow, next week. Send us an email and let me help you how we can plan your scholarship thing for Schiller University. So Maruf Siddiqui Saab, you can, so again, entirely depends on you. If you want to do a 1 year experience in software development and then go into data science, you can definitely make that choice and do it. Although if you think that you are ready to start now, you are ready to start for the next intake and don't want to wait longer, then you can start now. As such, public universities does not have that requirement of work experience to start the master. These are consecutive masters. So even without the work experience, you go ahead and you study the specialization. Okay. So Prakash Mani, yes, there are some Italian universities offering MBA in hospitality. Please send us an email. I can put 2 emails here. One is my direct email as well. If you would like to get in touch with me directly, send me an email with your CV. More than happy to answer your specific query and or anything which you need to know in general. Please just drop me an email. Happy to guide you from there. Or if you need to speak to any member of my team who is present, they have already given your phone number and email ID. You can drop an email there as well. Okay, so I guess that's where we are. Salar Sheikh, yes, you will have a recording. I think this meeting has been recorded, will be uploaded into our YouTube channel. You will get an access. Just send us an email requesting for the access of this recording and we will share with you. Sure. Okay, last 2 minutes because I'm already overshot the time. I said I will take 60 minutes. It's already 73 minutes. So another 2 minutes. Any questions? Please go ahead and ask. And anyone here in this group who is scanning the 999 rupees starter kit? And if you are doing it, just, do it and just put it in the chat that you are the one who takes the step ahead and who are serious about 2025 intake. Yes, Mr. Sheikh, very happy to advise you on your son going for the bachelor's in Germany. Send me an email. Happy to get on a call with you straight away and help you with the entire process. I'm dropping my email ID once again. Just drop me an email and let's have a conversation and let me guide you how you can achieve this for your son. Aditya, there is no work experience requirement. As I said, these are consecutive masters in Germany. So right after your bachelor's, you actually can get into any master's program if you qualify. They do not ask any work experience. So if you are qualifying with the language requirement, with the APS requirement, with GRE or GMAT requirement, with your GPA requirement, that's it. That's what they need. So does it make sense to have work experience? My answer is yes, it's great to have work experience, but does it count? Is it a qualifying factor or an eligibility criteria to get an admit? The answer is no. In most, you will need to have this work experience where it is required. Okay. Last 2 questions, if there are any. Anyone going for this starter kit? 999 rupees and get a kickstart at least. Even you can even take this for a 2026 intake, to be honest. Take this, start the pre-preparation with 999 rupees, because that's where a lot of value will come for your 2026 intake. And then once you have a pre-preparation and the pre-understanding ready with us, you decide later, do you want to work with us more? Then you get this 999 adjusted in our upgraded consulting. If you don't want it, then well, you have already got those initial bit of information, which is really meaningful for you. And then you can plan your 2026 intake according to you. So Salarji, this scanner is basically for 999 rupees starter kit. And I'll tell you what this kit is. I will just go back a little bit. So basically, this scanner is for this 999 rupees starter kit, in which you get these topics addressed. Your profile evaluation, which means basically selecting the country, selecting the program, selecting the university, which of them are the best for you. Then your SOP LOR templates, your country recommendation, visa checklist, and doc guys strategy call how to progress ahead. So for example, if you have your son preparing for the next intake, which is 2026, this is actually the perfect starter kit for you to get into the process. You start with this, you get this initial bit of understanding done within the next 7 to 10 days, and you have enough information. And then when you decide that, okay, I want to launch myself into full consulting and to end support, then you take that full consulting with us, and your 999 rupees gets adjusted into that full consultation price. That's what you get in the starter kit. The market value of the starter kit is close to 6,000 rupees here, especially on this webinar. And this is only for webinar. You will get it in 999 rupees. I'm again bringing back the scanner, just in case. If you find this interesting, please go ahead and scan it. There you go. Okay. Any more questions? No? Last call. Anyone going for the starter kit? All right. I think then we have it for the evening. Thank you so much for your presence and for your patience to hear me out about how you can still make it in 2025, or if you want to start in 2026, how you can still get on a bandwagon with this 999 rupees starter kit, get your things going, and then take it up with full consulting in case you need it for the next intake. This is your host, Sumit Rai. It was lovely talking to you. It was pleasure. And the email IDs and details has been given already to you. Send me an email with any specific query, specific questions. You get in touch with our team. I think there were a few people who really wanted to have some more understanding. Get on a one-on-one call with us. Happy to support, happy to guide you. And from there, we can take it. Salarji, this offer unfortunately is for tonight only at the webinar. If you can scan it now, that would be wonderful. Because this starter kit is not available outside the webinar. This is only for the webinar. If you are doing it, I can still hold. Otherwise, I think we can end the session, and you send us an email, Salarji, and from there we can further pick up the discussion about your son and how we can make it for Germany for the bachelors. I'm dropping my email ID again. There you go. All right. Thank you so much for the time and patience. It was lovely speaking to all of you. And now I wish you a very nice evening. And I will just take a quick, screenshot of our session, because that is, sorry. Okay, how do I take a screenshot? Okay. Thank you. Have a great evening. And I look forward to catching up with all of you, with any of you on a one-on-one conversation. Send me an email. I have my email ID given. Get in contact with any of our team members and start your journey for Germany, for any other parts of the Europe, for UK, for this intake. This is still possible, as I said, or otherwise for the next intake. But for most important is to get on a one-on-one conversation to see and analyze your chances, your possibilities for this year or for the next year. Thank you so much. Have a great evening, and I'll see you hopefully in my next session again. Bye-bye for now.